Hello, it is me, we Anime, and welcome back to What If Deku Was a Power Ranger, Part 5? Yeah, 5. Part 5. Woohoo. Uh, Not halfway done. Next part will be halfway. Done with the what ifs. Whew, okay, just realized that. For all of them. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. But final exams today. Next arc. We all know what happens. Or do you? Do you know what's happening next part? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll find out. So, let me get a drink of water, and we can start this. Okay, so, last part, things happen. Don't exactly remember. Oh yeah, hero killer. Arc was last time. Uh, yeah. So, final exams. Midoriya's fighting All Might by theirself. No other help. Bakugo is in an I can't speak. Bakugo is in a whole entire different fight. Bakugo got to fight not All Might, clearly. Actually, um, no, Bakugo got to fight All Might, but by themselves. But Midoriya gets to fight the big three. What are you saying? Like, why would they fight the big three? That's weird. Like, that's what is going on within everyone else's heads when it is revealed who Midoriya is fighting. But Midoriya isn't really excited about this since best. He he knows them all rather good because he did grow up with Tamaki, which Tamaki grew up with Mirio grew up with uh Tamaki, and they would all meet each other within middle school. Like, the big three would meet each other. This isn't canon, I don't think. Uh and Midoriya would go to the same school as them, right? So he knows all of them rather well, to say the least. He grew up with all three of them when, well, younger years, and they're all, well, well, Mirio and Nejire never clicked the idea of, oh wow, he's a dude, even though they knew that, but now they're confused. Well, also, before his fight went out, he did talk, like, this has been days before, um, like, yesterday, uh, like, the day before the final exams, right? Midoriya would tell the two other, uh, big three members, why he is there and how he got here. He would tell them the whole thing about Kushina and Arashi also. right? And why he lives out in the woods alone. It's because he's a male and he has a power and all that stuff. That's why he is pretending to be a female, right? And they would all keep it a secret. They wouldn't tell anybody. So, yeah, that he would tell them. And now it's the 3v1. And Midoriya would start walking out in his uniform or in his hero costume. You know what? No. He would walk out plain clothes, white jacket, black shirt, black pants, white boots. Todoroki's boots? That's basically what he's wearing. Like, you know what Todoroki wears? The white, like, combat boots, basically, is what I call them. Right? That's what I call them, at least. Like, at the beginning, he wore, like, white combat boots, or maybe later on in the show. I don't remember, or in the manga/anime. One of he wore combat boots for a very long time, is what I'm trying to get at. And that's what Midoriya is wearing currently. Is combat boots. White combat boots. And he would be walking out there. He would morph. He would say, White Dino. White Dino done. What? Is that what does he say? I looked at White Dino power. What? What does White Dino? White Ranger Dino power. White Ranger Dino power is what he would say. All right. And he would morph with the sword by his, well, in its sheath and by his side, hanging off his, like, belt. And full get up and all that jazz. And then the big three would appear right in front of him. Well, not appear, be seen. He would see three people walking up. And everyone would see Midoriya morph and all that. Like, what? That is a vigilante for you, is what Ida and Momo, well, a lot of them would say. Flashy, or he's a former vigilante, and that's just how he transforms and all that. And the three of, well, these, the big three, Tamaki would, well, Mirio would start off. Wow, 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 flashy change you got there, Midoriya. And the Nejire would say, "We're here to test you, okay? Not no real, well, the soon-to-be heroes, or the big three is here to, well, your friends." They would, they'd say something along those lines. And then Tamaki would say, "We're not going easy on you." Like stone cold face, like serious mode. And then Midori would say, "Well, it wouldn't be as fun if you all went easy on me." You three aren't the only one that's been training over all these years. Two, I've trained as well, in more of the ways than one. And he wouldn't use his, well, saber, I guess what you would want to call it. He wouldn't use his saber yet, or his shield. He wouldn't pull anything out. He would just ready his hands, and then the test would start, and he would run up. None of the others are using their quirk except for Nedre, which Nedre is, well, she can fly. I mean, given Midori, you could probably just jump up there, but, well, no, nobody would use their quirk yet. Honor between friends. Like, they wanted to test them. And so Midori would dive headfirst into this, and he would start throwing hands like there was no tomorrow. First, Mirio would come up, and they would start. Well, Mirio would start the first punch with a right hook. Midori would duck under, use his own right hook to hit Mirio to the side, and then Tamaki would come up with a like a overhead punch, like a jump up overhead punch. Midoriya would catch the punch, go under the arm, hold her well Tamaki's arm, push him like trip Tamaki up, and then Nejire would come in. Midoriya would just dodge most of it. Like Nejire would just throw punches, just fast punches. Midoriya would be dodging them all, and then Mirio would come in, throwing his haymaker, hitting Midoriya in the face, sending him flying, crashing into a building. Midoriya would say, "Ow, man! Well, we know who's physically the strongest out of all of you without using their quirk. Oh God! Oh, you know, I know you all said you're not holding back, but jeez, we all know. Never mind. I'll shut up." And he would begin to stand up, and then Mirio would come in again with another full power punch. Uh, Midoriya's mask hasn't cracked yet, but Mirio would throw another punch, Midoriya would dodge, and then Mirio's punch would hit the building, causing a portion of it to cave in, and Midoriya would start, he would say, "Hey, how about we use quirks now, huh?" And then all of them would say, "Sure, but we'll let you go first." Yeah. And Midori would say, "Well, that was a mistake." He would pull out his sword and would fire the spectral arrows, the light arrows things, one at each, since he can only fire three at once. One at each of them, they would all dodge. Mirio would actually just go intangible. And then, the other two would just dodge. And then Mirio and Nedra would start firing the beams and all of that. And then Tamaki would run in, catch Midoriya off guard, because Midoriya, Tamaki had two claims on his hands. He can use multiple at once. So which Midoriya always thought, he can only use one at a time, so why would I be scared of two clams? And Tamaki would throw a right hook, missing, but with the left hand would shoot out octopus tentacles and catch Midoriya around the waist and throw him up in the air. And then Nejire would charge in a big beam, Kamehameha type deal. And luckily for Midoriya, he can he pulled out of the shield, the Stako shield would appear blocking it and would be sending Midoriya backwards from all the force of it. It would be sending Midoriya backwards, right? And Tamaki would, well, not Tamaki, Mirio would go intangible, go on the ground, launch up out of the air, hit Midoriya in the gut. Well, he would hit the shield, which wouldn't do anything to the shield, but for Midoriya, yeah, no, that hurt. Like he felt the force with it in his hands, and he would be launched like a rocket, just going straight to the ground and crashing into it. And Midoriya would say, "Okay, well, I haven't really used my quirk, so I shot the the arrows, and got the crap beat out. Oh, got beat so much. How am I gonna explain this to her? Oh God, she's gonna be pissed." And then all three of them would come back in to throw hands with Midoriya, which Midoriya would use his super speed type of deal. Well, his speed portion of the quirk, or of the whatever it is, the crystal, and he would start to dodge faster, which he would dodge all these heavy punches from Mirio, but from Nejire he'd take them like all day. Until she surprised him with the close range beam attack thing. So Midoriya would try to summon the shield fast enough, which wouldn't work. He would be hit point blank with it, being sent back faster, and they all three of them would say at the same time, "Come on, get serious, Drago." Or "get serious" is what they would all say at the same time, but they would they would all say different variations of names. Drago because of the vigilante, Midoriya, Izuku, between Tamaki would say Izuku, Mirio would say Drago, and Nejire would say Midoriya. Because Nejire got close with him, that's it. And Mirio just wanted to sound cool. Because Drago, really? That sounds awesome. Drago? Oh my gosh. And so he would get up and say, or Midoriya would, is what I mean. Midoriya would say, "Fine. You all want to see me get serious? Fine then. But I'm not going lethal. Because I like you all more than some. You all are my friends. Well, probably my best friends and probably my only friends." No. It's his only friends. He hasn't bothered making any more. Well, besides Ryuku and some others at like the agency, he would in Todoroki. That would be his only friends he has. So he never bothered making more because he never cared. So yeah. So he would stand up, get serious, go invisible, and use his super speed to just punch all of them real fast and invisibly. Bro would be invisible, just punching as fast as he could. Which he would go after Mirio first. Mirio? Yeah, Mirio is his name. Thought I said Mario for a second. But Mirio would be first. Being punched at like 50 times within a minute. Which doesn't sound very impressive when you speak out loud and super speed isn't involved. How about we double that 100 in a minute? But and after those punches are done, Mirio would be going flying like not towards the finish line, like uh where Midoriya came out is where they would be launched. Uh, Midoriya is back towards is towards the whatever the finish line, right? So Midoriya would go to Nedre next, punch her once, one good time in like the gut, just to send her flying and not to hurt her enough, which she would steady herself in the air, so she's fine. He cares about Nedre more than others because best friends. Best friends. Like, those two are close, very close. Not as close as, like, Tamaki and Midoriya, but those two are very close. They are friends, very good friends. Maybe more than friends. Um, Later on will be announced. Okay. And then Tamaki would get punched like 20 times to get launched back. And Midoriya would punch Tamaki into the direction of Nejire, like up in the air, so that like launched, colliding, catch thing. And then Midoriya would run. That's what he would do. He would run. Like, I'm never gonna win this. It's a 3v1, and we're all similar in strength. Even though I can go invisible, that is the only upside I have against these guys. It's me going invisible. And if I don't lock in and go lethal, I could lose, and I don't want to lose. So he would go, and he would go, 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 go. Sonic X, gotta go, go, go. You know, gotta go, go, go. Gotta go fast, Sonic. Gotta go fast, Sonic. Gotta go faster, faster. Gotta go faster, Sonic. You ever did any of you ever watch Sonic X? I did. I absolutely loved Sonic X. It was incredible. Watched it again recently. I mean, not really recently. It was a month ago. I love Sonic X. I love Sonic in general, but Sonic X is so good. I think it's very fun. I think it's very fun, honestly. So, yeah. And he would pass the finish line. I'm just checking the whole entire time. I don't know when I started this. This could be very short if I end it now. I mean, he passed the finish line and all that. So the test is done. And Midori would go back in to check on them, like, hey, did I hurt you too bad? And all that. And that would be it. He would leave. He would just go. Like, he would say, hey, so I'm gonna head out. You were, is that fine? And Aizawa would say, "Yeah, I don't care. I'm just you did the test. That's all I asked. So, you can go." And Midoriya would be in not good shape, um, at all. He wouldn't be very good in good shape at all. Um, his like stomach area would be burnt. The suit would be like scorched and it would be showing like uh around a little bit above your belly button, but not above so much that it would be like where your ribs end. That's would like around if you would look on screen around. I can just draw on it. Cancel. Duh. How do I edit? How do I do that? There we go. It would be around there, right around that area. Not that big. It'd be about the size of a soccer ball, and it only burn them. So it only burn him. So he's fine. He's perfectly okay. He is fine. Besides the whole entire fact of his back is most definitely bruised. Maybe a rib or two broke after that first punch from Mirio. Like Mirio wasn't holding back at all. Just like no pulling punches, mate. I'm not pulling punches, mate. I'm taking you out. I'm taking your head off. Or like that's how he was. Mirio was like, and never mind that. They're all fine. Uh, so Midoriya would go back to his house, well, the hideout where Kushina and Arashi are. He'd go there. Arashi would be eating like udon. Yeah, udon. Isn't that Midoriya's favorite food? Yeah, it is. No, Arashi would be eating like soba. Kushina would be there eating too. Uh, Probably udon. Midoriya would walk up to the table, sit down, all beaten up, like bruised everywhere, like his face would be bruised. Even though it didn't crack the helmet at all, it got through. He got his face bruised. It's like half of his face. I'm joking. It's like little bit. I don't know where your cheek is. Actually, it'd probably be not that. Probably be around the jaw, like cheek area, cheekbone to jaw, sides to bruise. Probably. He just sit down like nothing was wrong. Uh, his shirt is burnt, like tattered and all that. He detransformed, but the suit just does just go over his regular clothing. So when it went through the shirt, so when it went through the suit, it went to his shirt. But by that time, it only like blasted, like tore it. So he's not very much hurt, but it is still the impact of everything. His arms are half numb from the punch Mirio landed on the shield when he was holding it. And he'd sit down and say, "So, how's your Tuesdays going, Ben?" It's like midday, around like 4 or 5 o'clock, right? And they would say, it's been okay, same as usual. And then they would both look up, see how bad he looks, and Arashi would say, so, you mind explaining this? And Kushina would just look angry, like, she would be mumbling over under her breath and like, oh, you're dead, or mumbling like, you, why, or something along the lines. And Midori would say, well, I had a 3v1 today, on the final exam, for the first year. And yeah, that's basically it. Who and Arashi would say, so who's the 3v1 against? Oh, Tamaki, Mirio, and Nedre, right? And they would, well, Arashi would say, yeah, I do. The manifest one that tried to eat my hair. Yeah, still don't like that. And Midori would say, I still don't know why she did that at all. Still don't know. She won't answer why. Uh, yeah, and he during this whole entire conversation just eating like nothing happened. And Arashi would say, so they went all out against you, right? If I'm correct, by the way you look at the very moment. And when I say all out, and I mean all out, like no holding back and at all, huh? And Midori would say, no holding back. Kind of regret that decision. Uh, didn't have to wait on or anything. That the testers were supposed to hold on to. They were they were supposed to have weights. Like I don't know how much, but I wish they put them on. That hurt so bad. Is my face bruised? And Arashi would have like some like dumb expression, like, and he would say, "Yes, yes, it is. Very much is." And Midori would say, "Okay, hmm, well, that was good. Love your cooking as always. Where did she go? Where, Arashi? I don't like the face you're having on, well, you. It's his face is like wide eye, mouth agape, like, and Midori would be like, I don't like that face at all. Uh, oh no. And Kushina would be just growing like taller and taller. And Midori would turn around and say, since when could you do that? And he would just start to run somewhere. He would start to run. While this massive Kushina just would be behind, like, get back here. And she'd shrink down, just like, that was just to scare him, like, and then she would start chasing after him again. And that's where I'm gonna end it. Next part, part 6 is something. Uh, well, I'll see you. Well, like, comment, subscribe. Uh, yeah. Comment any what if ideas you have. Like any out of the three. Well, out of these animes. Well, actually four. What if Naofumi? What if Asta? What if Naruto? And what if Deku? Just name any of your ideas down in the comments, please. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.